Okay, I'm ringing up Mr. Browell once again today. Let's see. Christopher Browell.
This is the Vodafone voicemail service for 07762479196. Please leave a message after the tone. When you finish recording, please hang up or press the hash key for more options.
Yes, hello, Mr. Browell. It's Mr. Hussein here once again, leaving yourself a message. I believe this is message number 61. Each one, the first one you answered on the 31st of August, and then subsequently you are refusing to answer my telephone calls, looking to basically refusing to engage with me. Obviously we're at the message number 61 and counting, and also it's day number 84 and counting that you are not letting me see my brother. And I'm just reminded and reflecting on some of our previous conversations where you were saying you have a duty of care to my brother and how you need to see my brother. Now when the foot is turned, or when the shoes on the foot, and you have unlawfully kidnapped and are holding him in custody, you're refusing to recognize my right as my brother's nearest relative, next of kin, his family member, most importantly, the trustee of the trust fund that I operate under, where he's a beneficiary. All of these things now you're looking to, disregard. So you want me to respect your rights. I'm an employee. I'm a professional. I'm a care coordinator. You couldn't care coordinate your way out of a paper bag. Never mind trying to care coordinate something regarding as complex as my brother's case. No, Mr. Browell, you have you and the social workers all the way up to the Kirsten England are all malevolent and have kidnapped my brother. I have no idea 84 days later what kind of condition he's living in. And this is a repeat, isn't it? This is a repeat of what you did in my mother's case. 334 days while I knew nothing about my mother, and then she was ended up dying in your care and custody. Now you're not even looking to answer the questions or tell me what's the outcome of the inquest. You're refusing to hold an inquest when you had her in your care and custody. Now all of a sudden it's a repeat, isn't it? It's just simply a repeat of what you've done in the past. It's becoming very tiresome, because obviously it's nothing new to me, nothing surprising to me. As you're aware, I was supposed to answer the bail condition today, and as on previous occasions, you've moved the date forward maliciously, and are not giving me any means of seeing my brother. You see, this is all a contrivance, and I'm just reminding myself, well, wait on a minute. Didn't you not do this in 2014? Because, this is correct, isn't it? The local authority, had arrested me originally on the 17th of December 2013, and then several bail conditions later, you had released me on bail, and then moved the bail date. I remember this because I was supposed to answer a bail on the 20th of September 2014, but 2 days prior to that, you had murdered my brother Nazim, and therefore you put the bail date forward to October. I remember that, so you keep on moving the bail dates forward, and when I did eventually end at the second interview in October 2014, it was all pretty much the same questions in it. You didn't have anything new. You're taking up nearly 10 months further investigating a case that you had started several years previously, I'm told in 2010 or even in 2012. But irrespective, you are taking such a long time and resources investigating an ongoing case, and that's how you like it. You like things to be ongoing indefinitely, so people remain in a limbo state, because it plays into your narrative, doesn't it? You don't really care while somebody is placed in a maybe 5-year or 10-year investigation. They can't move their life forward, but you don't have to do anything. You just need to say, yeah, we've got a live investigation going on. And so similarly now what you've done is you've just simply moved the goalpost forward, and it can be moved forward indefinitely to a time and a situation to your choosing, which is going to be 100% in your benefit and 100% to my detriment. And that's what you've done in the past as well as a local authority. You look to stage events, you all these dirty little games. my advice to you, the local authority, is simply this: why don't you do what you're paid to do? If you spend your time doing what you're paid to do, doing what you're trained to do, you would have much more success and be much more fruitful, rather than taking your positions of authority and power and looking to do things malevolently, do things fraudulently, a bit of a ooh, a bit of a ah. Why don't you just do your jobs properly? If you had done your jobs properly, we wouldn't be in this situation. It's because of your failure to do your jobs properly, and then all you do is getting the excuses or blame the government, blame the courts. You've simply not done your jobs properly, and then who's asking you to be malevolent and contrived? The bottom line is that you're in a position of authority, acting with malice, malicious intent, malice and ill will, and then therefore there are the consequences of acting with such disregard to your own positions. And we're ended up in this situation now. We are 84 days later. You cannot deprive my brother of one day, and you've got 84 days, and God knows how many more days you're gonna deprive him of his liberties, and you're refusing to tell us where he is. What happens if he dies in your care and custody now, like my mother died? All right, obviously you people are stupid. You don't want to take on somebody who's a vulnerable person like my brother and take on that full responsibility without having a clear legal framework in place. How idiotic and asinine are you people? You've kidnapped my brother. What did you think was going to happen? You basically were targeting me. You've been profiling me all these years through
15 seconds recording time remaining.
You, the local authority, have been targeting me for the last 20 or 23 years or more, because you know the fact that you cannot meet in your obligations in adult social care. It's all fraudulent and corrupt. You just want to get your paperwork sorted, so when anybody externally looks at the paperwork, they can briefly...
Your recording time has expired. To leave your message, press 1. To review message, press 2. To message sent. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
As I was saying, the local authority simply wants to have the paperwork in place when somebody comes along to do an inspection or question or raise an inquiry or a public inquiry. They just want some paperwork there to show that they've done something. It's all a front and a facade. If somebody was to look in depth, further in depth, and with a critical eye, with a view and intention to uncover the truth, I assure you, what will come out is full of lies and deceptions and corruptions. But more importantly, you will find multiple murders taking place, willfully neglect and willful ignorance. And yes, I mean, the local authority know the fact that they've been murdering people, and it's only just myself that I've been able to all these years been able to continue to witness what's happened. I am a witness to what they've been doing, particularly to my own relatives, my brother Nazim, my late father, my mother now, and now what they've been doing to Talib. So obviously they don't want to leave any witnesses to their criminality, and that's hence why I'm a problem for them. So yeah, I mean, it's like, why would they not engage with me? What happened to being open and transparent? You're taking public money. You're saying that you're raising council tax on everybody else, saying we've got duty of care to vulnerable people, but then you're not providing that duty of care to the vulnerable people. You're abusing them. So you're effectively asking the members of the public to pay council tax, increase their council tax, so you can continue to abuse vulnerable people, violate their rights, and abuse and exploit them. And you're doing this under the guise of privacy and protecting people's privacy and dignity, when the reality is that all they're really doing is protecting themselves. Because the average Joe, average ratepayer, he's not going to know the consequences of where the money is going. All he's going to be able to see is the paperwork. If questioned, they can present you with the paperwork, but that doesn't mean that it's a real human beings. The real human beings, such as my brother, can be suffering in isolation somewhere, and they're just going to have a piece of paper saying, no, he said he's happy, he's fine, don't worry about it, look the other way, don't look here, don't shine the spotlight of what we're doing. Just, we're going to give you to this thinly veiled contrivance so you can all be satisfied that your money is being used properly, and we're acting according to the law, and we're acting appropriately as a public authority. No, you don't want to ask any questions to us. You don't want to, dig deeper any here. Just leave us alone. We're just getting on with our stuff. We're very, very busy. We're doing, really good work here. Just leave us alone. When the reality is that they're all fraudulent and corrupt. They're all lying and covering their own backs. And when I'm looking to expose them, they don't want to talk to me anymore because I'm onto them. So what can you do but just be patient and persevere in this true debauchery of a situation?